So if anyone's seen what's going on in Ireland, which is very unfortunate, from what I've gathered, I am not Irish, so I might be wrong on what I've read and everything. I'm sure maybe something developed or something's changed. Who knows? Let me know in the comments if I am wrong. But from what I've heard, an Algerian migrant stabbed a bunch of kids at a school, which is really horrible. Like, I mean, there's no supporting that or even justifying that. Like, that's just a fucked up like thing to do from anyone, no matter where you're from. And the Irish people are admittedly enraged at the moment. Like they've literally gone fucking crazy, which I'm not blaming them for. When someone attacks children, I mean, if you have any not moral, if you have any empathy, you're gonna go fucking crazy, especially if you got children of your own. That fight or flight feeling's gonna kick in. And now Ireland has just gone crazy. Like there's rioting and everything going on there, and people are pissed. I mean, that's the best way to put it. People are really losing their shit right now, and I don't blame them. If anyone was to stab a kid like that, I'm gonna lose my shit too. It's a fucking ridiculous thing. Like children, I mean, crime in general, you should avoid doing crime, but violent acts against children and like should be just never. That should never be a thing. Like violent crimes in general, we should try and avoid them. But to go in there and commit crimes like that against children, I'm not sure if the kids survived or not. I'm actually not sure. I think I think they did survive. Yeah, it left a few children injured. So yeah, still, I don't know what was going through the guy's head when he did it. Just a fucked up thing to do. There's no justifying what that guy did. It's like a part of a bigger problem because I don't think the guy was a legal migrant. I could be wrong on that. Like I say, I'm not here to spread any misinformation or anything like that. I'm just hearing what I've read. It could have changed by the last time I read everything, but from what I was reading, he was like an illegal migrant into the UK from Algeria. So it just speaks to like a bigger issue, which is like illegal immigration, all that sort of stuff. But Conor McGregor has come out, very passionately out against this guy and, just the criminals and like illegal migrants that are committing these crimes. He's really come out big against these criminals. And, he's sounding very presidential on Twitter. Like, he's really sounding like, I don't know, it sounds like McGregor is like starting a revolution. If you go look at his Twitter, McGregor is really like getting the support of the people behind him. Like I haven't seen McGregor get this many likes on a tweet like for many, many years. Like he's really getting its support, you know, and I think a lot of the support is just Irish people. The Irish people are really behind him again. People haven't been behind McGregor like this since he was on that fucking run through featherweight. And yeah, it's interesting, but I'm glad McGregor has like brought some eyes to this because I wouldn't have known much about this situation if McGregor didn't like bring it towards like if he didn't make a video about like this sort of stuff. And it is just like this isn't a political thing. This is like just a moral dilemma that people really need to focus on. Like if you don't know who's coming into a country, you don't know what people are capable of. There needs to be background checks on people before they get in the countries, mental uh, health checkups and stuff like that. You got to check how these people are mentally. What they've done. Like you got to check everything about a person. You got to know what these people are capable of, and this goes for any sort of migrant. It could be a person moving to Ireland from England. A person moving to Ireland from Australia or anyone. You got to check these sort of things because it is very dangerous just to allow people into your country, especially if they're coming illegally, like this guy was. Like, it is a big problem because like for immigration, you got to know who's coming in. You got to know all this sort of stuff. Like for this guy to just come in and start fucking stabbing kids, and especially this is like a guy in his 50s for fuck's sake. Like what the fuck? But yeah, McGregor brought like a whole bigger issue to this, and you know, let me just read out some of his tweets. Do not let any Irish property be took over unannounced. Evaporate said property. It's a war. Ireland, we are at war. They got 104,000 likes. Like he's really getting some support behind him. Like I also think this has to do with concern around housing of refugees and asylum seekers. I think there's like a housing shortage or something, which that's another thing. Like overpopulation is a real thing. Like when you have kids, when your population's growing, just by natural growth, it's okay because you're not just it's not adult after adult. But when people move in, like adults from other countries, like in like mass droves and sort of like stuff like that, it's gonna obviously create a bit of a housing problem and everything, especially with a real small country like the Republic of Ireland. Like I know Ireland looks, decently sized, but don't forget north of that, the north is a part of the UK. Like the Republic of Ireland is really small, and they've got like 6 million people, I believe, like in a small little country like that, and they're bringing in like so many more adults from other nations. So obviously there would be a housing crisis and all that sort of stuff too. But to get back onto what McGregor is, I don't know the whole Irish situation. I'm just using some logic behind it. But McGregor said innocent children ruthlessly stabbed by a mentally deranged non-national in Dublin, Ireland today. Our chief of police had this to say on the riots in the aftermath. True, not good enough. There is a grave danger among us in Ireland that should never be here in the first place, and there has been zero action done to support the public in any way, shape, or form with this frightening fact. Not good enough. Make change or make way. Ireland for the victory. God bless those attacked today. We pray. You reap what you sow. Any update on the well-being of those stabbed today? Absolutely horrific scenes all day. My stomach is churning with no action being taken at all during these more frequent events. Like literally zero action taken whatsoever. How do we expect an end to this? We need reform. We need action. I don't care about President Higgins' statement or Varadkar's statement or Mary Lou's or Justice Antes or Garda commissioners announce our plan of action. What are we waiting for? Your statement of nothing are absolutely worthless to the solving of this issue. Take action, fix this situation immediately. What would Daniel O'Cullough say? I wonder, what would our Irish leaders pass on the situation we face today? God bless Ireland. And then his coach, John Kavanagh, put out a tweet where he said, so what should happen with this demented scumbag who attacked women and kids today? Few years in jail at our expense to get out and repeat. Needs to be deported immediately and never allowed back or just hang him. There's no fixing him. In my opinion, and I hate to get political, but my opinion is if you harm a child in any like physical way, obviously I don't mean like, if you're, just like spanking them or something like that. I mean, I was never spanked or anything like that, but I just mean like, sort of forms of discipline like that. And obviously, I'm not saying you should beat your kids or anything. Those that I can see some justification for, but if you're assaulting a child or doing any like deranged or depraved actions on a child, or even just physically harming a child, like trying to kill them or stabbing them, I think you should be given the death penalty. Because if you can attack the most innocent of people, the most innocent of sentient beings, which are children, babies and children, then there is no hope for you. And I think you just need to get fucking, dunzoed. You need to be fucking, uh, you know, put away. Let's just say you need to be done. You need to be goodbye. Take a dirt nap. In my opinion, that's my personal opinion. I'm just stating that is my opinion. That what they should do to people who commit crimes like that against children, especially attempted murder of a child. But anyway, yeah, Coach Kavanagh said all that. So what should happen with this demented scumbag who attacked women and kids today? Few years in jail at our expense to get out and repeat, needs to be deported immediately and all that. And then McGregor responded torture and death, which I do agree with. And for the people claiming that McGregor's like this is some like racial thing that McGregor's like doing, he did put out a tweet saying the working man is the real hero. Bravo, our Brazilian brother in Ireland, working hard, earning a living, and contributing to Irish society. This is it. We love and appreciate and respect you, greatly. Thank you so much, Kyle Benzniso. You are forever free to eat at my establishment, the Black Forge Inn. Like, and then this is another tweet from McGregor that got a lot of likes. Isn't that something? The absolute picture of weak and feeble, the most divisive of all is the weak man. One of the most horrific crimes this nation ever seen has occurred. We do not care anymore that you sad cases have got to what you sad cases have got to say. In a war, you are nothing. We are not backing down. We are only warming up. There will be no backing down until real change is implemented. For the safety of our nation, we are not losing any more of our women and children to sick and twisted people who should not even be an island in the first place. Call it whatever, call it what you want. We do not care. May God help us all. Ireland for victory. Like, he is really sounding like a fucking leader of a nation right like now. He's sounding like a fucking tribal chief. Like, I'm not even kidding. He really is like making some sense, which I know it is Conor McGregor. He's a bit how you doing sometimes, but he's making sense here in my opinion. Like, if people are coming from another nation and then just coming in committing crimes like that, you got to like get rid of them from the nation. Not and I mean these people individually, not groups of people. Obviously, that's a bit fucked. I just mean like if somebody's committing crimes like this, you don't put them in prison, waste taxpayers' money and all that sort of stuff. You either bring back the death penalty if they're committing heinous crimes like attacks on children, or you deport them. Like, I don't understand the whole culture of like putting people in prison and then oh, they're in prison, now they're out again. Like, I don't know. I really do think McGregor is spitting some facts here. I know this isn't really completely MMA related, but I just did want to talk about this a bit because McGregor bringing this to light is an interesting thing. I do not condone last night's riots. I do not condone any attacks on our first responders in their line of duty. I do not condone looting, damaging of shops. Last night's scenes achieved nothing towards fixing the issues. I do understand frustrations, however, and I do understand a move must be made to ensure the change we need is ushered in and fast. I'm with the purpose of arranging. Believe me, I'm way more tactical, and I'm backing. There will be change in Ireland. Mark my words. The change needed in the last month. Innocent children stabbed leaving school. Ashley Murphy murdered. 2 Slingo man decapitated. This is not Ireland's future. If they do not act soon with their plan of action to ensure Ireland's safety, I will. Let me just check. I've not heard anything about an Ashley Murphy. Who is Ashley Murphy? Slovakia, Romani. No, so she was killed by a Romani Slovak immigrant, Joseph Paska. Jesus, that's fucked up. I never heard anything about this. So yeah, it does seem like there is like, this isn't like just an isolated incident that's like created this whole event. I think it's just a lot of frustration from constant scenes. And then McGregor also put out another tweet. Irish hero Warren Donho on the house in my establishment for life. Thank you, Warren and Bravo. So, he's really just like, I don't know, really just supporting the Irish people pretty much. Like, I respect McGregor for this, like taking this stand against this sort of stuff. Because obviously it is a bit of a controversial subject. Obviously some people are just going to accuse him of being racist or something like that, not really realizing like this isn't a race thing. It's I don't know how you can really describe it without being controversial. Like, he's not saying every immigrant is bad. He's just saying that there is obviously immigrants who are legal immigrants or non-citizens who are coming in and committing crimes like this. Like, why are they allowed to enter? Is I think what is the gist of what he's saying. Obviously, I think it just needs to be a bit harder to get into Ireland, is what he's aiming for, not to completely stop immigration as a whole. Obviously, you can't do that at this point. Maybe you can, but it would be a bit difficult. And also, there's obviously a lot of migrants who live in Ireland anyway. He's not. I don't think he's going full fucking genocidal dictator. I don't think that's what McGregor is aiming for here. I think McGregor is aiming just to calm things fucking down a little bit, you know. And who knows, maybe in a few years after McGregor's MMA career is over and done with, we're going to see McGregor run for president or something, and maybe he will make the changes that the Irish people seem to agree with. Because I've seen Ireland, all this free Ireland stuff and everything trending on Twitter. So, like, obviously, a lot of Irish people are really in big support of this. Like, like I said, I haven't seen this many people support McGregor in ages. It seems like people are frustrated with all the stuff going on in Ireland. And like I say, I'm not Irish. I'm not claiming. I'm just claiming. I'm not sorry. I'm not claiming like stuff. I'm just reading what I've read, and I'm just seeing what the Irish people are saying. I could be completely wrong in this subject. You know, I'm not. I'm not going to act like an expert on what's going on in Ireland. I don't live in Ireland. I haven't been to Ireland, so I could be completely wrong. So let me know if I am wrong. I'm just speaking on what McGregor has brought light to me, which is the issues that is apparently plaguing Ireland at the moment. It does seem like it's becoming a lot less safe. Obviously, Ireland's had a lot of history of not being safe, or Northern Ireland especially with the Troubles and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, different. This is obviously a whole different ball game. This is the whole different like factions war, if you want to say it. Like, this is two completely different groups going at it this time around. But yeah, I don't know. I just hope for some peace in Ireland with what's going on, because it is just a fucked up situation what's going on there. And I hope no more children are harmed, because yeah, I don't understand that guy. I don't know why the guy would even do that. It just seems like a fucked thing to do, to go and attack children. I don't care if you're Irish, not Irish. Uh, if you're going and attacking children, you're a piece of shit. Like, there's just no justifying it either. Like, there just isn't. If you're going and attacking children leaving school, you're a piece of shit. I don't think that's a hot take. I'm sure someone will find a way to make this video a bit controversial. I don't know if anyone does see this video, but I'm just saying what McGregor was saying and what I've read on articles and everything. I went and read because I was interested in this subject, and I guess it is sort of MMA related because McGregor is talking in it. But yeah, it seems like McGregor is leading the revolution for whatever's going on in Ireland. But yeah, hopefully no more blood needs to be shed in Ireland, and no more innocent children or anything like that will be harmed. But unfortunately, in this world, this sick world, I'm sure more horrible things will happen, and it'll just piss people off more, and it'll get more support for more radical ideas. That's normally what happens when people face adversity in life. Like when groups of people or just nations face adversity, it does make people swing one side or the other to a more extreme point of worldview, which is what these like people who are causing all this chaos in Ireland are going to do. It's going to create a more radical Ireland. But anyway, that's all I've got to say on that. I'm not a political analyst or anything like that. I'm just giving my thoughts on this whole situation. But like I say, I hope everything goes well in Ireland. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope all the people who were attacked by that fucking maniac with a knife, I hope they're all right. You know, I haven't seen if any. I think they all survived. I hope they all survived. Obviously, nobody deserves that, especially not children. And I hope the piece of shit who did attack all them kids, I hope he gets deported or something, or gets fucking viciously beat, because, yeah, what a dickhead. But, yeah, that's all I've got to say. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Change of subject, I know. Don't worry. I just wanted to talk about this real quick. If you did like this type of video, though, let me know. I'm not going to turn into a political channel or anything like that, I don't think. But, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this whole situation. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.